Interdict to President Cyril Ramaphosa's urgent bid to temporarily halt Parliament's Section 89 Impeachment Committee pending a review of the independent panel's Phala Phala report. President Cyril Ramaphosa approached the court to halt the impeachment process pending his application to review the Section 89 independent panel report, which found that he had a case to answer in the theft of his Phala Phala farm. The report investigates the 2020 theft of foreign currency at Ramaphosa's game farm, examining alleged violations of the Executive Ethics Code, exchange control regulations, and police misconduct. Reporter Abongwe Kobokana attended the hearing this morning and now joins us on the line. Abongwe, good afternoon and thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
Good afternoon to you and Africa Update.
Now, Abongwe, why did the president want the case to be paused and with the matter heard over 2 days by a full bench of the Western Cape Division last week?
Well, at the core of the president's argument was that the issue it cannot go ahead pending this the review application in the Constitutional Court, saying that these proceedings should wait for that for the outcome of the review application in the Constitutional Court, because it could be both that the president succeed in that review application or he does not. But pending that application, then which now we know it's going to be heard. It was then put fast forward to be heard on September. That the president came because it will have. According to the president, it will have serious ramifications in what his lawyers, Tim Trengov was saying last week. It will have harmful, serious effects on the president, and therefore it should be temporarily held by now until such outcomes of the review applications are completed.
And what reasons did the judge give with coming to this conclusion?
Well, as you said earlier on, is that it was held by a full bench of the of the High Court, which were 3 judges, which made the quorum of the full bench in terms of the High Court. They couldn't actually go into details in terms of the content of the determination of where they arrive on this judgment, but the 2 judges who agreed, who became now, that judgment became a majority judgment as opposed to a minority judgment of a one judge, that they felt that the argument or President Ramaphosa made a case in terms of the legal arguments that this matter should be postponed temporarily pending the outcome of the review applications. That's where actually they said that they couldn't actually go into details and understand given the issue of time and the durations. And that's the nature of the handing down of the judgment in general. And then he said that, look, for those who wants to familiarize themselves with the judgment, it's going to be made publicly on online and other platforms in order to getting into the content of the judgment.
And what is the next step for President Ramaphosa?
Currently, the next step now is going to wait. In fact, that's a valid question. Had the president didn't succeed in this case, you are still free to challenge in terms of an appeal of the case directly to the Constitutional Court. And in this case now, that's not the case. The judgment is in his favor, and now he's going to wait until the review application is finalized. But now what is going to happen? The Impeachment Committee, which is set to actually to look at this Phala Phala issue and the fact that the president has a case to answer, its work now is going to stop. It's going to stop until the finalization of the review applications. You remember that the committee was already starting its work looking at the evidence leaders that they supposed to actually lead the impeachment committee. But that work now, it means now it has to come to a stop. Until then, the final review application is concluded by the Constitutional Court.
Abongwe, thank you for joining us on Africa Update. We'll leave it there for today.
Thank you so much.
That's Abongwe Kobokana, a reporter who was at this morning's hearing on that ruling on the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa.
This is the Chart Talk.